All right, man. Trust Talk. You know what it is, man. So today's episode, I want to talk about this video I seen online. I think I'm done with dating. This is what she says. So we're going to get to this, man. I love to talk about stuff like this because I want to see people's perspective of why they feel like they're done with dating. So, and then I'll give my reasons why I think that some people just be overreacting sometimes.
Welcome to Trust Talk, where we keep it real.
All right, so let's get right to it, man. Thank y'all for joining me. Truly appreciate y'all clicking the video. So yeah, let's get to it, man. Beautiful, beautiful young lady, by the way. This woman is absolutely gorgeous. She's absolutely phenomenal looking. You know, a lot of times, I'm just trying to do something real quick. I'm sorry. And it's hard to see with this light in the way. Just trying to get this thing going here. Let me see. I should be doing this. Should have been prepared. All right, there we go. All right. There we go. All right. Thank y'all for joining me, man. I'm not going to edit that out. I'm just going to keep it real with y'all. You know, I got too many videos to do to be editing little stupid stuff like that. Ain't even hurt the video. So, but thank y'all for joining me. So let's get to it, man.
I'm completely done with dating. I have no expectations. I don't know what it is about connection in general, whether it's romantic or platonic. People just can't communicate. Just to tell a story about my days in university, I had this one friend group. It was a pretty big group. There was one guy in the group who, from the minute we met, would just like express interest in me, always compliment me, like, you're so pretty, you're so sweet, always trying to like hang out with me specifically, like one-on-one, not just like within our group. At the time, I had never been on a date before or anything like that, so like I was very boy crazy. Like every time a guy talked to me, I was like, oh, like maybe he likes me. It was like the first time where I was like, maybe he actually likes me and it's not just in my head. There were a couple.
Yeah, so let me speak on this before she go any further. It's very sad to see beautiful women like this kind of like, I'm not going to say get done dirty, but kind of like don't get the fair shake that they should get. I mean, some of them get done dirty, I'm not gonna lie. But from what I'm hearing, she looks like she's tired. And what I mean by that is no disrespect to her because she's very beautiful. But she looks like she just over the bullshit. Like she looks like, well, I'm just so over all this bullshit. She looks like what she's saying. So what she's saying is like, basically saying like, she just tired of dating. But I want to understand the real reason why she's tired of dating. And I hope it's not just because of one person. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that's what she's going to say, but hopefully it's not. Let's keep it going.
Girls that I was friends with in the group who were like, would bring it up like, oh, like, are you guys like talking or like what's the vibe? So I was like, okay, like it's not just me. The first few weeks of school go by and he's just, you know, making it seem like he's interested in me. We're talking, we're hanging out, and he brings up a girl that he is interested in and how he wants to maybe like ask her out. And I'm kind of confused because I was like, this person doesn't sound like me. Doesn't sound like you're talking about me. Long story short, whole year goes by. We stayed friends, whatever. He had went behind my back and told one of the girls in our friend group, like, oh, like, Claudia's nice. I think she's pretty. I think she's smart. She's like has all the qualities in a partner that I want, but I don't want to date someone with her skin tone.
Yeah. That's ridiculous. But truth be told, I can't be mad at someone who says that, because a lot of times men go through this all the time. Women go through this all the time, but they don't say skin tone. They might say, I don't like that body type, or he's too short, or she's too overweight, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So honestly, we can't be really mad at people's preferences. I mean, if that's what he likes, that's what he likes. But my problem is, it was a whole year. So what happened within that year? Did you guys actually hook up? Did y'all mess around? Because if you messed around with him and then he says that he can't date, I can't really blame him if you prolong that whole interaction for a whole year hoping that he would do something with you. And it kind of leads back to what you said in the beginning about being boy crazy. So I don't know what actually happened. Maybe she's going to explain, but let's keep it going.
Him and I are the same skin tone. You don't have to like me if you have a problem with the color of my skin. That's up to you, but leave me out of it. Don't flirt with me. Don't tell me you want to take me out on a date. If I know that I'm not attracted to somebody, I'm not going to waste their time and tell them that I like them, or tell them that I want to be romantically involved and like take them out on a date, like things like that. Like, I'm not going to do that when I know that I'm not physically attracted to somebody. And then just in general with my dating experience, like anytime I use an app or anything like that, or you know, I know people like to say like, oh, meet people in person, it's way better, but it's like, also it makes it so hard to discern and pick people when they're telling you one thing to your face. Meanwhile, they know that they could never be with you romantically because they already determined that the way you look is a problem for them. Still gonna act like they're interested in you. How am I supposed to know the difference is someone, like, when I've met a guy that's interested in me and someone who's not interested in me, they're saying the same things. It's not like one is very obviously being rude or like hostile. Like, there are those types of people. With this guy from university, he was never like that. I also was kind of
Yeah, she's definitely leaving something out. I'm going to tell y'all what I believe happened. I believe she liked the guy from the university. And I think that she really liked him. And he got some or something from her, whether it's sex, whether it's time or attention. He got something from her. And she feels hurt because she can't really say anything because they wasn't committed to each other. There wasn't a commitment involved. Because she went into saying something about dating other people, but then she kind of went right back to talking about him. So I don't think that there was really many people that probably played around with her. I think he was the one that she probably liked, or maybe she didn't like him at first, and he convinced her that he was different, because niggas lie. You know what I'm saying? And maybe that's what happened. But another thing too that I think, from what I'm hearing from her, and I don't mean to say this in a disrespectful way, she seems like she's very easy. And what I mean by easy is, she seems like she's very open to, she seems like she'll let the vampire in, if that makes sense. If a vampire comes to her door and he says, invite me in, she'll invite the vampire in. She don't seem like she has a great filter. And that may be not her fault. That may be because society may have or whoever's around and told her that everybody needs a fair shot. Don't take everybody don't read and judge a book by the cover. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's the case. It could be that. But from what I'm hearing from her, she just seems like she's a little bit, and I hate to say this because I don't really want to disrespect her. She seems like she's a little naive. You know what I'm saying? From what I'm gathering. I mean, maybe throughout this whole thing, maybe she'll prove me wrong.
In a way that my friends at the time didn't tell me that he said that till a year later. Like, I understand it must be a hard topic to bring up, like, how do we tell this to Claudia? But, like, at the same time, I feel like it's in my right to know something like that. I didn't know, and we just continued being friends after. Like, and I've taken breaks from dating. Like, I've taken a year off of dating at a time. I've taken 2 months, 3 months off at a time, deleting the apps, saying I'm just gonna do in-person meeting, da-da-da-da-da. It just feels like it always turns out the same way. And I feel like, in a sense, self-harm is doing the same thing over and over and over again, knowing how badly it's going to hurt you, knowing the outcome.
Well, that's not the point of dating. Dating isn't for you to find the same exact person over and over again. I think that she's looking for a certain person, and sometimes opposites attract. Sometimes you're not going to find the person you're looking for. You might find somebody even better. You know what I'm saying? But I think a lot of women have this expectation level that they have when it comes to dating, that they go into every date as if the guy is going to be their husband. You know what I'm saying? Or the guy's going to be this perfect knight in shining armor to save her from her feelings or from what happened to her in her last relationship. And that's not the case. Sometimes it's best to get to know people over a long period of time, then what's the name? Then get into a relationship. Sometimes it's good to take your time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll be honest with you, and this is just my opinion. She is my type of girl. Like, off of what I'm hearing, I would definitely have a great time with her. Because for me, sometimes, like, I'm looking for, like, and I'm not going to say exactly what I'm looking for. I'm just going to say my ideal woman would be like her. You know what I'm saying? But see, there's always a problem with this. And I'm a victim of this myself. I always look for people who I kind of feel like I can save them in a way. And I think that, and I don't want to be so vulnerable and so open, but I gotta be honest, because I'm not perfect as well. You know what I'm saying? There's things that I go through and that I've been through in relationships. But I think that that's the type of decisions I make. I always choose women who I feel like they're going through something, and I can actually show them that there's something better out there. And you know what? It turns out to be a disaster every time. Because when you go into a relationship like that, thinking that you can save everybody and you're the knight in shining armor. Because trust me, I had my fair share of being a knight in shining armor. Shit don't work. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes worlds collide, and I think me and her would be a great match, because I know that from what she's saying, the type of guy she's looking for, and that is the type of guy I am. I'm not saying I want to date this girl. I'm just saying if we was to cross paths and let's say we dated, we would probably have a great time. Now let's keep going.
But that's why I say I want to stop dating entirely, because...
And I'm not shooting my shot. Let me just be clear. I'm that nigga. I don't need to shoot my shot. Nah, I'm joking.
Why am I going to put myself in a position, like, I don't care if it comes off as sensitive. Like, I can't handle someone being racist towards me, especially in a dating context. Like, it's already such a vulnerable thing. So to have somebody, just wear a mask just to get to talk to you, and then just to hurt you, stay away from me. And that's something that I had to deal with again recently. Like, I had another experience like that recently. There's also the genre of person where I've experienced this with friends as well as in romantic relationships, where it's like, for some reason, they're like just so consistent, and then the minute that they get your phone number, they feel like, okay, like, I don't have to like try anymore. The minute that they plan the date, they feel like, okay, like, I know that I have access to this person or whatever it is. And so they just like stop answering. Your phone still works the same way that it did yesterday. It's actually really, really annoying that we all experience similar things, because it's like, I recently saw a girl literally screenshot her Hinge profile and post it on Instagram, and she made a reel, and she's like super like Velma coded, see, nerdy vibe. She was like, this is my profile, like I keep getting men like trying to pursue a hookup with me. Like, what about my profile reads that I want to hook up? And it's like, it's not about your profile. Like, people don't care what you want. That's like, there must be something about me.
Well, that's true, but at the same time, it's really what the energy you put out. What does her profile look like? And what does her profile say? Is it explicitly say, I'm not looking for a hookup? Does she have the energy of the vibes that's looking for a hookup? And again, I'm not saying it's because you could post any picture and guys will still do whatever they feel or whatever they want to do. They'll say whatever. But I do feel like what she's saying here, she's not telling the full story about herself. You know what I'm saying? I do feel like she does have this, I don't know, how would I say this? It's like kind of like a shield. She got a shield up, and she ain't telling the full story. Well, most women don't tell the full story. I'm just being honest. They don't tell the full story. A lot of women, they keep things to themselves. They don't really come out and say the full story, because a lot of women don't want to look like a fool. Because most of the time, if they're wrong, they're not going to say it. And I'm just going to be straightly honest with y'all. That's just what it is. But that's the type of energy you put out. Now, hookup culture is a thing now. And most people look at relationships as a roller coaster. They get on it. If it's a decent ride, they'll try it again. If it's not, they won't try it no more. That's what it is. And and when you hook up with somebody, the vibes is how good you are on the first time you have sex. That's the vibe. If your vibe isn't, if the sex isn't good the first time, 9 times out of 10, she ain't coming back and he ain't coming back. That's it. Nobody really gets to know each other. So people use hookup as a way to open a gateway to feelings, and sometimes that's not a good thing, because you start to fall in love with just the attraction of the person, but not actually the person. You know what I mean? And then when you find out that this person actually take a shower every other day, or, you know what I'm saying, then you stuck with that or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Or my profile or whatever that's giving off a vibe, but like, it's not. So I think back to when I was 14, clearly like in high school, and, you know, wearing like kid hairstyles, and, you know, there's still like grown men who are like catcalling you. It's like, it doesn't matter how you look or how you perceive yourself. There's always going to be like a weirdo or somebody who like doesn't, like, he sees your intentions but doesn't care about what you're.
That's absolutely true. There's always going to be. We live in the age of weirdos. It's the internet. You have see, before you didn't really have this because the internet wasn't as big. So to come across a weirdo, you would literally have to be in traffic. You have to be in public. But now anybody has access to everybody at any time, and as long as they have a phone. If you have social media, I can get in contact with you, because most people, they have social media, but you can't block the world. And you might be able to block a few people, but you got Instagram, you got Snapchat, you got Facebook, Twitter, X, TikTok. There's so many different ways people could get in contact with you. I was dating this girl, and she showed me her inbox. She had over 4,500 messages from people she didn't even know, guys she didn't even know, guys from all over the world sending her dick pics and everything. It was crazy. So I understand what she's saying here, but it's always going to be weirdos. So you just got to have a better filter. I know this one woman, right? She's probably one of the best looking women that I ever seen when I used to work at my old job. She was beautiful. She was married. but nobody ever came at her any type of way, because the way she carried herself, people looked at her with respect. Men never tried to talk to her because it was something about her, the way she carried herself. And I think that that's how it goes when it comes to women online. If you carry yourself a certain way, men will not try to holler at you. I don't care how weird they are. They'll be like, oh, I can't penetrate that. Like her mind, I'm talking about, you know?
Chances are what your goals are. Not the best setup or angle. I could have filmed this in my house, but sometimes you're just driving around and you start thinking, you know, and then I'm just like, I want to get these thoughts out. And I've been thinking kind of about maybe touching on the topic of dating on my channel for a while. I took the year off dating from like mid 2024-ish to last year, maybe mid last year. And I had taken time off here and there before, but it was like a month, maybe 2 weeks, but then I would, you know, feel interested in dating again. But after the year of not dating, leading up to it, getting out of it, up till now, like I feel like this is just, like, it's different this time. Like, I'm not going into it like with the same amount of hope or optimism that I used to.
That's one of the biggest mistakes people make when they do this. I would love to talk to her. Like, if anybody know who she is, just go to my other page, have her inbox me. I want to actually interview her on this channel. I would love to interview her about why she feels the way she feels. You know what I'm saying? I know I ain't got that many subscribers on this channel, but just show her my other channel. But I'm trying to blow this channel up. You know what I mean? Organically. I ain't trying to do no goofy shit. But I would love to talk to her about that. But the reason why I say you should never change, because when you change, circumstances change, and you end up meeting people that is a little more crafty with their intent of being sneaky. You should just be who you are. I'm not saying that you got to be naive, but just be who you are. Grow as a person, but be who you are. And you'll filter out the people. You just got to have a better filter. That's it. Don't change. Don't become a monster for results. Because a lot of times you're going to get another monster that's going to end up eating you alive. That's more of a monster than you. What I notice about people is you can't always be what you think you should be. Sometimes you just got to be who you are. And from what I'm noticing, she is a absolutely beautiful girl, man. Oh my gosh, she's so beautiful. And she's not just beautiful, like she's gorgeous. And I can tell that she don't have, like, how would I say this? I'm a good judge of character. I could tell that she doesn't have a devious bone in her body. She just looked like she carried herself with respect. But I think that she probably a little naive to the fact that maybe she thinks that taking off dating and coming back and being a little bit more, how would I say, difficult, that's actually going to change stuff. But it's just going to make you more stressed. That's all. But that's my opinion.
I say being hopeful and stuff, it's not like all I think about is dating and that's all I want and like I'm male-centered and that. It's like a piece of life. Like, I'm the center. Dating is one of the, you know, categories of life. The idea of like getting to experience a loving relationship, because I've never like had like a love, like being in love or anything like that. Like, the idea that might happen at some point in my life, it's just like I feel no way towards it. Like, there's no like, oh, it might happen. Like, I'm kind of like over it. Like there's a small, like maybe 1%. This point when I meet people, I'm not even getting past the starting line. And then yeah, it's either the situation where it's like things kind of trail off after, I'd say like 3 days, 3 to 5 days is the average, or they make it known that they're just lustful. It just doesn't go anywhere. And
Yeah, it's very sad to see women like her go through this, because I could tell you right now, she meet the right guy, she's getting married. She's talking shit. She talking shit right now. She meet the right guy, he's going to take her right off her feet, and she's going to get married. You know what I'm saying? I think right now she just been hurt, or she had her expectations up for this one guy, or maybe two guys, and they did her wrong, and now she's basically saying, well, I'll never go through that again. And that's not how that works. The one thing about love and the one thing about energy is you can't ignore it. You could try to compartmentalize, put shit here. I'm going to do this here. I'm going to do that. I'll put it over here. That shit don't work. None of that shit works. Because when it comes to you, attraction blow right through all that. When you truly attracted to someone, somebody hits you with something that you never seen, it's billions of people in the world. Understand that. Everybody ain't programmed the same. All guys and all girls ain't the same. So when somebody approach you, they can have a totally different type of energy. And if you can have all these organizations in your head, all these compartments, oh yeah, I'm going to do this and that, I'm going to have this here and this and there, and that shit get thrown right out the window. It go right out the window. Because people just be like, damn, I can't believe this person had me doing stuff that he made me go through all my boundaries and violate all my rules that I made. That's the thing, man. That's why when it comes down to love and attraction, those are energies that you just can't, you could try to avoid them, but the more you avoid them, the more you try, the more that shit hits you hard. Trust me. And if you don't want to be a fool, I can understand that, but making all these rules, that only hurting yourself, because what happens when you meet somebody, they just might not be 100% of what you're looking for. They might be 98%. What, you going to ignore that? You know what I'm saying? So, but it's almost done. Let's go.
Like, I know that other people experience this same thing. It's just crazy that this is the case. If you plan a date, if you plan whatever, if you're trying to talk to people, nothing happens, just don't feel too bad, girls. Don't do it. Don't do it. Like, dating has always been awful. Like, it's not a new thing. Like, I know everyone likes to say, like, nowadays, like, obviously conditions have.
I get it. I understand. I mean, we go through things, but gotta understand, man. But either way, man, all I'm gonna say is, don't be so hard on yourself, beautiful. And don't always feel like you have to have a plan going in this shit. I mean, you could have, I guess you could have somewhat of a plan, but when it comes to dating, sometimes y'all gotta just have a good time. Go with the feel. Go with the vibe. Don't be out here trying to how would I say, psychoanalyze every guy, like, or every girl. Like, everybody ain't for you. Let's just say that. You know what I mean? That's the whole point of dating. Dating is to get to knowing somebody. All these speed dating apps and all this stuff, that's the problem. It's too many people, Sometimes you got to work for it. So, I don't know. But either way, thank y'all for joining me. If anybody knows who she is, tell her to hit the Theuglyshadow email. It would be in the description. And I would love to talk to her in person on this show. So, have her hit me up. And maybe we can connect, and we can talk about her dating escapades, and I'll let's see what happens. Thank y'all for joining me.